There are 10 Alta Vias, or high routes, in the Italian Alps. Of these, the most technically challenging is Alta Via 4, which goes from San Candido to Pozzale. This is a 92-kilometer or 57-mile hike with 4,500 meters or 14,000 feet of elevation. This is a serious undertaking. Strong climbing skills are required, and there are many pieces with extreme exposure. You absolutely must have strong via ferrata skills. We approached the start from the north, requiring several bus and train transfers. Thus, our first day was short, only 3.4 miles and 1,400 feet of elevation on a well-maintained trail. Before leaving, we had a nice lunch at San Cadido and then jumped on the bus to the start. We put our packs on just before 4 p.m. and made it to the Refugio just before 6. So our trek begins when we get off the train at the town of San Candido, and then we had a nice pizza for lunch. We're going to fill up our water bottles, get on the shuttle, and begin our hike. Right, off the bus, that's us, Rifugio Tre Scarperi, 2 kilometers, or 2 hours. 8 kilometers. We get deeper up the trail. The mountains are looming above us, but it's still paved. I think we have about another half mile of paved before we get onto the track. Say goodbye to the road and onto the trail for Refugio 105. Alta Via 4, that's us. Just in case you get caught out in the rain, there's a little Refugio with a picnic table, all very civilized. About halfway in, the mountains started surrounding us. This was our first peek in what our next week would look like. They were absolutely spectacular. Oh, the mountains are so sharp. We're almost there. Pretty far above the valley below. Huge avalanche brought down all of this rock, obviously, not just one. It's just a river of rock that came down here. And here's our first Refugio, where we're going to stay tonight. The shoe room, apparently, which smells like a shoe room. The view from our balcony is tremendous. Look at that gorge. You can hear the cows' bells ringing, and that's where we're heading. But also, everyone is doing their laundry on every flat surface. And we are in a dorm room with 12 people. If you want a small taste of hut hiking and would like to get a tiny bit deeper in the mountains without committing to a big trip, this might be the hike for you. If you'd like to get a head start on the full Alta Via trip after a day of traveling, this also might be a good way to start. However, if you can get an early morning start out of San Cadido, I recommend hiking all the way to Rifugio Tre Scarperi for your first day.